Hare Krishna. So we're continuing with Gita Govinda by Srila Jayadeva Gosvami and translated into English by His Holiness Bhanu Swami Maharaj. Text 1.29. Unmada madana manoratha patika vadhu jana janita vilape alikula sankula kusuma samuha nirakula bakula kalape viharati harir iha. Unmada madana manoratha is filled with desires, inflamed by the intense passion. Patika vadhu jana janita, arising from the wives of travelers. Vilape, in spring whose lamentation. Alikula sankula, or thick with hordes of bees. Kusuma samuha, with heaps of flowers. Nirakula bakula kalape, whose unlimited groves of bakula trees. In that spring, there's a sound of lamentation arising from travelers' wives, filled with desires inflamed by their intense passion. And unlimited groves of bakula trees are filled with flowers and spread with hordes of bees. In such season, while other gopis dance together, commentary, in that spring, there's lamentation arising from wives of traveling husbands. The lamentation is permeated with desire, which is filled with intense passion or madness and passion, unmada madana. As well, all the unlimited groves of bakula trees are filled with abundant flowers and hordes of bees. Or nirakula bakula kalape means the spring is ornamented with unlimited bakula trees. Or it means the spring has quivers of unlimited bakula trees to shoot Cupid's arrows. Sankula means spread according to Vishwa. Bakula is the Kesara plant. Kalapa means a group. Text 1.30. Mriga Mada Saurabha Rabhasa Vasham Vada Nava Dala Mala Tamale Yuva Jana Hrudaya Vidarana Manasija Naka Ruchi Kim Shuka Jale Viharati Harir Iha Mriga Mada Saurabha of fragrant musk Rabhasa Vasham Vada, or submissive to the streams, Navadala Mala, with rows of new leaves, Tamale, in spring on Tamala trees, Yuvajana Hrudaya Vidarana, that tear apart the hearts of young couples, Manasija, of Manasija, the Cupid, Naka Ruchi, glow like the scarlet nails, Kim Shuka Jale, whose groups of Palasha birds. In that spring, the rows of new leaves on the Tamala trees submit themselves to the streams of fragrant musk. In that spring, the rows of new leaves on the Tamala trees submit themselves to the streams of fragrant musk, and the Palasha buds resemble the scarlet glow of Cupid's nails tearing apart the hearts of young couples. And the Palasha buds resemble the glow of Cupid's nails tearing apart the hearts of young couples. In such season, while other gopis dance together, commentary, how is the spring further described? There are Tamala trees with rows of new leaves, which announce their submission to the streams of fragrant musk. Furthermore, there are groups or buds of Palasha flowers, which are scarlet, resembling Cupid's shining nails of love, which tear the hearts of young women. This indicates the beauty of Krishna's nails, which resemble those of Cupid's, which are covered with blood when he tears open the hearts of young people. The Palasha buds are curved and red in color. Mrugamada is musk according to Amarakosha. Rabhasa means streams according to Vishwa. Ruchi means light. Kimshuka is the palasha flower according to Amarakosha. Jala means a group of flower buds according to Vishwa. Text 1.31. Madana Mahipati Kanaka Danda Ruchi Keshara Kusuma Vikashe Milita Shili Mukha Patala Patala Krita Smara Tuna Vilase Viharati Harir Iha. Madana Mahipati of Lord Madana, the Cupid, Kanaka Danda Ruchi, glows like the golden umbrella. Keshara Kusuma Vikashe, in spring, whose exhibition of Naga Keshara flowers, Milita Shili, Mukha, covered with bees which resemble arrows, Patala Patala, which is made from a cluster of Patala flowers, Smaratuna, of the quiver of Smara, the Cupid, Vilase, of whom there are activities. The spring season blossoms with Nagakeshara flowers, resembling the gleam of Lord Cupid's golden umbrella. The spring is active with Cupid's quiver made from clusters of Patala flowers, which are covered with bees resembling the arrows. In such season, while other gopis dance together, commentary, the spring season blossoms with Nagakeshara flowers, and these flowers resemble the gleam of Lord Cupid's golden umbrella, or they resemble the gleam of Lord Cupid's umbrella with its golden handle. The umbrella is inferred because of the inclusion of the word Mahipati, king. The umbrella is inferred because of the inclusion of the word Mahipati, king. A king is accompanied by an umbrella. The umbrella is inferred because of the inclusion of the word Mahipati, king. A king is accompanied by an umbrella. Or danda means rod, which is to be used to inflict pain on those who live in separation. The spring is endowed with the activities of Cupid's quiver, produced by clusters of Patala flowers, covered with bees which resemble arrows. The bees are compared to arrows, Shili Mukha, since they pierce others and cause pain. Keshara means the Naga Keshara according to Amarakosha. Shili Mukha means a bee or an arrow. Patala means a group. Tuna is a quiver. Vigalita Lajjita Jagad Avalokana Taruna Karuna Krita Hase Virahi Nikrintana Kuntam Mukha Kriti Ketaka Danturi Tashe Viharati Harir Iha Vigalita Lajjita, from which shame has disappeared, Jagad Avalokana, at the sight of people of the world, Taruna Karuna Krita, is made by the young Karuna flowers, Hase in spring who's smiling, Virahi Nikrintana, for piercing lovers in separation, Kunta Mukhakriti, resembling the tips of spears, Ketaka Danturi Tashe, whose directions are spread with Ketaka flowers. In the spring, the young Karuna flowers smile in amusement on seeing that people have given up their shame. In the spring, the young Karuna flowers smile in amusement on seeing that people have given up their shame. The directions are filled with Ketaka flowers resembling spear tips ready to pierce lovers in separation. The directions are filled with ketaka flowers resembling spear tips. The directions are filled with ketaka flowers resembling spear tips ready to pierce lovers in separation. Resembling spear tips ready to pierce lovers in separation. In such season, while other gopis dance together. Commentary, meaning of the first line, the spring smiles by having flowers of the young Karuna trees break into blossom on seeing that living beings have given up their Vigalita shame. Because of their desires. By mentioning blossoming flowers, white color is hinted. White color represents hasya rasa. Bharat Muni says, Shveto hasya prakirtita. The color of hasya rasa is white. The young trees are mentioned since in Vrindavana, all trees are eternally young since they're dear to the Lord. The young trees are mentioned since in Vrindavana, all trees are eternally young since they're dear to the Lord. Or the meaning of the first line is, in spring, young couples who are not separated have smiles mixed with karuna-rasa, compassion, on seeing people of the world who are separated. And have given up shame. They have compassion because they lament, or of unfortunate lovers who are in separation. You undergo such difficulty. They smile because they think those in separation have given up modesty and are lamenting. The reason for mentioning Taruna, young, is that those who are in their youth will smile and laugh, whereas the infants do not know rasa, and so they don't laugh. And old people suppress laughter in front of strangers, and old people suppress laughter in front of strangers. Hence, they are described as youthful, lajjita, as youthful, taruna. Lajjita, shame, is taken in the neuter gender to express a state. Lajjita, shame, is taken in the neuter gender to express a state. Or Vigalita can also mean that the cuckoos stumble on the ground. They're therefore ashamed. Jagat can also mean travelers, entities who move around. Then the meaning of the first line is, the travelers separated from their lovers are stumbling in shame on hearing the cuckoo's warble, and upon seeing this, the youthful couples who are united smile with compassion, karuna. And upon seeing this, the youthful couples who are united smile with compassion, karuna. Spring is further described in the second line of the verse. Spring is further described in the second line of the verse. The directions are spread danturita, or made painful danturita, with ketaki flowers, resembling the tips of spears for piercing lovers in separation. The directions are spread danturita, or made painful danturita. Spring is further described in the second line of the verse. The directions are spread danturita, or made painful danturita, with ketaki flowers resembling the tips of spears for piercing lovers in separation. Danturita are made painful, Danturita, with ketaki flowers, resembling the tips of spears for piercing lovers in separation. The directions are spread Danturita or made painful Danturita with ketaki flowers, resembling the tips of spears for piercing lovers in separation. Made painful with ketaki flowers, resembling the tips of spears for piercing lovers in separation. Sometimes ketaki danturitashe instead of ketaka danturitashe is seen. Both ketaki danturitashe and ketaka danturitashe mean the same thing. Both ketaki danturitashe and ketaka danturitashe mean the same thing. Ketaki stands for ketaki. Both ketaki and ketaki means the same. But ketaki is the correct form. Ketaki is the correct form. Nikrintana comes from the root kr, to injure. Karuna means compassion according to Vishwa. Kunta is a type of weapon according to Amarakosha. Dantura means spread out according to Dharani. Asha means directions according to Vishwa. Text 1.33. Madhavika parimala lalite nava malati jati sugandhau muni manasam api mohana karini taruna karana bandhau viharati harir iha. Madhavika parimala, with the fragrance of Madhavi creepers. Lalite, it is attractive. Nava malati jati, with types of fresh jasmine. Sugandhau, it's fragrant. Muni manasam, in the minds of sages. Api, even. Mohana karini, it causes bewilderment. Taruna, in young couples. Karana bandhau, it causes the highest bliss. The season is attractive with the fragrance of Madhavi creepers. The season is attractive with the fragrance of Madhavi creepers. And is fragrant with all types of fresh jasmine. It bewilders even the minds of sages and causes the highest bliss in young couples. In such season, while other gopis dance together, commentary, the season is attractive, Lalite, with the fragrance of Madhavi creepers. Oh, it is attractive with the fragrance of a concert, Radha, Madhavika. The fragrance is caused due to Radha being crushed by a lover. It is said, Alingyaiva priyam yati, kama nirjita chetasa, spurati pratyukti rachana Madhavi naiketi sa. The hero in Madhavi, whose heart is conquered by love, goes and embraces her lover while giving some response. Whose heart is conquered by love, goes and embraces a lover while giving some response. The word Madhava, suggested by the word Madhavika, means spring and the hero. Spring makes a hurry to meet Krishna. Spring makes her hurry to meet Krishna. Spring acts as a strong uddipana, a stimulant for invoking love. Spring is most fragrant with fresh jasmine flowers. Spring causes bewilderment even to the minds of sages, what to speak of others. Also, spring causes bewilderment even to the minds of sages, what to speak of others. Also, it is suggested that spring bewilders even the minds of proud women having mana. Spring causes bewilderment even to the minds of sages, what to speak of others. Also, it is suggested that spring bewilders even the minds of proud women having mana. Spring causes spontaneous friendship or the highest bliss among young people. Instead of Navamalati Jati, sometimes Navamalika Jati is seen. Navamalika Jati means fragrance of fresh. Instead of Navamalati Jati, sometimes Navamalika Jati is seen. Navamalika Jati means fragrance of fresh flower garlands and jasmine. Fresh flower garlands and jasmine. Parimala means fragrance arising from crushing, according to Amarakosha. Text 1.34. Spurad Ati Mukta Lata Parirambhana Mukullita Pulakita Chute Vrindavana Vipine Parisara Parigata Yamuna Jalapute Viharati Harir Iha. Spurat Atimukha Lata of the splendid Atimukta Vasanti creeper. Parirambhana, because of the embrace. Mukulita Pulakita, or budding and bristling. Chute, in spring, whose mango trees. Vrindavana Vipine, in the Vrindavana forest. Parisara Parigata, spread everywhere around the area. Yamuna Jalapute, purified by the waters of the Yamuna river. In the spring, the hairs of budding mango trees are standing on end because of the embrace of the splendid Vasanti creeper. In the spring, the hairs of budding mango trees are standing on end because of the embrace of the splendid Vasanti creeper. The Vrindavana forest is surrounded completely in the spring, the hairs of budding mango trees are standing on end because of the embrace of the splendid Vasanti creeper. The Vrindavana forests are surrounded completely by the purified waters of the Yamuna. In such season, while other gopis dance together, commentary, the mango trees have their hair standing. The mango trees have hair standing on end because of the embrace of splendid or desirable Vasanti creeper, Atimukta. The Vasanti creeper is trembling with sattvika bhavas, involuntary external transformations due to meeting a lover, and by the embrace of it, the mango tree's hair stand on end. Even plants develop symptoms of love. The word Atimukta also suggests that passion to embrace must develop even in the most detached person during spring. Or some detached persons attracted to the intense sweetness of Krishna took the form of creepers in Vrindavana to worship him. This suggests that persons in Vaikuntha desire to become creepers in Vrindavana because of the great sweetness. It is said, Asam aho charana renu jusham aham syam Vrindavane kim abhigulma lataushadhinam. Uddhava sang, oh, let me be fortunate enough to be one of the bushes, creepers, or herbs in Vrindavana, because the gopis bless them with the dust of their lotus feet. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.47.61. Up till this point, the descriptions of spring indicate rasa and misery. Now, in the second half of this verse, details of the place for pastimes in spring are described as follows. Krishna plays Harir Viharati from the chorus in the forest called Vrindavana, the forest of Vrinda. Krishna plays in the forest called Vrindavana, the forest of Vrinda. The forest is described as follows. It's purified by the water of the Yamuna, which is spread everywhere around the area. Or Vrindavana is surrounded everywhere by the pure water of the Yamuna. The pure Yamuna water becomes even purer at this place. How pure then Vrindavana must be, it is said. Raso ya paramadhara sachidananda lakshana brahmeti upanishad gita sa eva yamuna swayam. Krishna, who is Brahman praised in the Upanishads, whose rasa itself and supreme basis characterized by eternity, knowledge and bliss, is personally the Yamuna, Padma Purana. Thus, it should be concluded that Vrindavana is desired by the residents of Vaikuntha. since it's purified by the Yamuna, which is greatly praised. Vrindavana is especially purifying because it doesn't just destroy sins, but also gives experience of the excellent rasas of Krishna. Vrindavana, Vrindam plus Avati, means one who protects the Champaka and other trees or the groups of gopis. Vrindavana means, Vrindam plus Avati means one who protects Avati, the Champaka and other trees, Vrindam, or the groups of gopis, Vrindam. Since the forests produce happiness in the Lord's pastimes, here protecting means it produces happiness. Ati Mukta means a Madhavi or Vasanti creeper. Parisara means the land at the perimeter. The author then summarizes the meaning of the song by speaking the excellence of its composition in the next verse. Text 1.35. Shri Jayadeva Bantham, Shri Jayadeva Banitam, Idam Udayati Hari Charana Smriti Saram, Sarasa Vasanta Samaya Vana Varnanam Anugata Madana Vikaram. Shri Jayadeva Bhanitam, spoken by Shri Jayadeva. Idam, this work, Udayati, shines, Hari Charan of the feet of Krishna, Smriti Saram, because its essence is the remembrance. Sarasa Vasanta Samaya, in the spring season full of srngara-rasa. Vana Varnanam, its description is the forest. Anugata Madana consists of the love of Radha. Vikaram, and its emotion. This work, spoken by the poet Jayadeva, is the best since it gives remembrance of the feet of Krishna. This work describes the forest in the spring season, full of srngara-rasa, and describes the strong emotions of Radha's love. End of Song 3. Commentary. The author then summarizes the meaning of the song by speaking the excellence of its composition. Meaning of the first line of the verse is as follows. This work, spoken by the poet Jayadeva, shines, Udayati, is as a best object. This work, spoken by the poet, the author then summarizes the meaning of the song by speaking the excellence of its composition. Meaning of the first line of the verse is as follows. This work, spoken by the poet Jayadeva, shines as the best object because it gives remembrance of Krishna's feet. Or this work shines because it has the essence saram of remembrance of Krishna's feet. Or this work shines because it has the essence of remembrance of Krishna's feet. How else can the work be described? It contains descriptions of the forest in the spring season that has a predominance of srngara-rasa, sarasam, containing strong emotions of love. These descriptions are according to the words of a sakhi speaking to Radha, which I, Jayadeva, have recorded. These descriptions are or according to the words of a sakhi, speaking to Radha, which I, Jayadeva, recorded, or Anugata Madana Vikaram means the work produces emotions related to love in the heart of the hearer. The phrase Anugata Madana Vikaram can also modify Sarasa Vasanta Samaya Vana Varnanam. The work contains descriptions of the forest in full spring, in spring full of descriptions of the forest in spring, full of rasa, and those descriptions cause emotions of love. Text 1.36. Dara Vidalita Malli Valli Chanchat Paraga Prakartita Pata Vaser Vasayan Kananani Iha ihi dahati cheta ketaki gandha bandhu prasarad asama bana pranavad gandhavaha dara vidalita slightly open malli valli from jasmine creepers chanchat emanating paraga as pollen prakatita manifested patavasai with perfume dust vasayan perfuming kananani the forest iha now in the spring he indeed Dahati, it burns, Cheta, the hearts of separated lovers, Ketaki Gandha, of the Ketaki fragrance, Bandhu, the friend, Prasarad, which spread everywhere, or developing desire, Asamabana, of he who has an odd number of 5 arrows, and that is the Cupid, Pranavat, like the life breath, Gandhavaha, bearer of fragrance, the breeze. In the spring, the breeze, the friend of the Ketaki fragrance, scenting the forest with pollen emanating from slightly blossoming. In the spring, the breeze, the friend of the Ketaki fragrance, scenting the forest with pollen emanating from slightly blossoming. In the spring, the breeze, the friend of the Ketaki fragrance, scenting the forest with pollen emanating from slightly blossoming jasmine creepers, burns the hearts of separated lovers. Burns the hearts of separated lovers and gives life to the 5 arrows of Cupid, which are spreading everywhere. Commentary. This verse speaks of the spring breeze causing pain for the lover in separation. In the spring, the wind burns the heart of separated lovers. It perfumes the forest with fragrant dust in the form of pollen emanating from clusters of slightly open jasmine creepers. The breeze is the friend of the Ketaki flower's fragrance. Meaning of the last line of the verse is as follows. The breeze is like the life air of 5 arrows of Cupid, which are spreading in all directions. Or the fragrant breeze is endowed with power because of the 5 arrows, which are spreading everywhere. Or the hearts of separated lovers, as if brought to life by Cupid, are developing desire. Or the hearts of separated lovers, as if brought to life by Cupid, are developing desire. Dara means slightly, according to Vishwa. Paraga is pollen. Patavasaka is fragrant powder, according to Amarakosha. Gandhavaha means the wind. Text 1.37. Adryot Sanga Vasad Bhujanga Kavala Kleshad Iveshachalam Praleya Plavanechayanu Sri Khanda Shaila Nila Kim Snigdha Rasala Maudi Mukulani Alokya Arshodayat Unmilanti Kuhur Iti Kalotala Pikanam Gira Adryo Sangha on the lap of mountain, Vasad dwelling, Bhujanga of the snakes, Kavala caused by the biting, Kleshad because of the pain, Eva as if Ishachala mountain of Shiva, the Himalayas, praleya, into the snow, plavanechaya, out of the desire to submerge, anusarati, pursues, Srikhanda Shaila Nila, the breeze from Srikhanda Shaila, Malaya mountain, Kimcha also, Snigdha Rasala, of the charming mango trees, Mauli Mukulani, the tips of the buds, Alokya, having seen, Harshodaya, with joy, Unnilanti, becomes manifest, Kuhu, Kuhu, Iti, Ku, the warbling of the cuckoos, Kalotal, Tala, Kalotala, sweet and excellent, Pikanam of the cuckoos, Gira voices. The breeze from the Malaya mountain blows towards the Himalayas with a desire to submerge itself in snow because of the pain inflicted by the touch of the mouths of snakes living in the mountain. The excellent, sweet, soft warbling of cuckoos arising out of joy on seeing the tips of buds on charming mango trees also manifests at this time. Commentary. The wind from Malaya mountain, Srikhanda Shaila, pursues the Himalayas, the mountain of Shiva, because of pain arising from the biting of snakes residing in the lap of Malaya mountain. Why does the breeze move towards the Himalaya? It desires to become submerged in snow. This indicates that the pain of separated lovers increases from contact with the poison in the wind. The wind has poison in it because it has been devoured and then vomited by snakes. Actually, the south wind is cool and pleasant, but because of the intolerance of separated lovers, that wind is criticized as being swallowed by poisonous snakes and needing snow to cool it. (46) footnote. The wind is criticized by the separated lovers because it increases their pain by reminding them of their lover. Not just the wind is intolerable, but something else is also intolerable in spring. The warbling of cuckoos, it's indistinct, sweet, and most excellent. It becomes manifest because of the appearance of bliss in cuckoos on seeing the tips of buds on the charming mango trees. Instead of adroit sange, sometimes adryos, instead of adryot sange, sometimes adyot sanga, lap of spring is seen. Praleya means snow according to Amarakosha. Uttala means best according to Vishwa. Text 1.38. Unnilan madhu gandha lubdha madhupa vyadhuta chutankura kridat kokila kakali kalakaler udgirna karna jwara niyante patikai katham api dhyanavadana kshana prapta prana samagama rasollaser ami vasara unnilan madhu, of oozing sap, gandha for the fragrance, lubdha, greedy, madhupa by the bees, vyadhuta, shaken, chutankura in the buds of the mango trees. Kridat, playing, kokil of the cuckoos, kakali, kalakalai, because of the uproars caused by the sweet voices, udgirna, cause, karna jwara, in which pain for the ears, niyante or attain, patikai, by travelers who are separate from their lover, katham, somehow, api, even, dhyanavadhana, of intense thinking on his wife, kshana, at that moment, prapta, to be obtained, prana sama, equal to his life, samagama, for a meeting, rasollase, in whom desire springs up, ami basara, those days of spring. For the separated lover, the spring days produce pain for the ears on hearing the soft cooing of cuckoos as they play in the mango buds shaken by bees, greedy for the fragrance and oozing sap. Greedy for the fragrance and oozing sap. Because of that time, the lover develops eagerness for a pleasurable meeting, is very life when he begins intensely thinking of his beloved at that moment. Commentary: the duration of the days of spring is also without end. The days of spring result in great pain for separated lovers. The days manifest pain for the years because there is great disturbance caused by the cooing of cuckoos, frolicking in the mango buds, shaken by bees, greedy for their fragrance and oozing honey. It's said that in the spring, the cuckoos sing the fifth note. This is an uddipana for love. However, the sounds create pain because the separated lovers develop eagerness for the rasa of meeting their life and soul, but they cannot meet their beloved because they're far away from their beloved. This eagerness to meet is attained at that moment of hearing the cuckoo by intense meditation on their beloved. It is hinted that Krishna spends his days during the spring meditating on his beloved. Kakali means a soft, sweet, indistinct sound. Kalakalai means a great noise. Hare Krishna, I would like to end here. Thank you so much.